I was happy to see that consideration of the space for the public art call, that it had was sort of the question posed about an Indigenous relationship to law. And for me, really, that one solution was wampum belts as documents, as mnemonic tools for oral agreements. Sort of, it couldn't be anything but wampum belts.
How are you thinking of putting them together?
Well, it's layers of translucent acrylic sheets. Sort of each one will have two sides and stuck to a central translucent clear core. It's translucent purple and with a white clear frosted acrylic, so it also can capture glow with the light.
I feel that that would create a better understanding of our traditional way of recording our laws and our aspirations. And why it's so important to record this is so that there would be a proper path of reconciliation.
In the installation that I proposed, I chose seven units that would be these sort of hanging elements that are the wampum belts. And it was thinking about that all of our actions that we do now, how will they impact? They are for the 7 generations that are forward. I like the idea very much of the students being a part of the work. And if Indigenous students can see themselves reflected a little bit in that space, I think that's incredibly important.
So you have a Haudenosaunee background?
Yes.
And working with the Haudenosaunee people, I've seen how strong the women are in preserving their culture and sharing it with their children. By doing so, you've retained that strength in the community that a lot of our Anishinaabe people have lost.
This public art project came out of a desire for sort of reconciliation in that sense, making a space for an Indigenous presence within the physical space. I think it's good if there's things where people can learn and connect in many different areas and places and ways where they can get access to it.
But do you have an explanation for the artwork?
I think the basis of it being the wampum belt, and to remember those as the objects that signify the law, the relationships, to have a place here in this building where people study law.
It's true, it'd be very hard just to have someone try to explain the themes of the wampum belts, when really each one has got a whole story and almost a whole course of study in themselves.
Yes. With this particular installation, the Queen said that there'd be a plaque that can go with some text to talk about it, so I'm happy with that, to be able to include a bit of an artist statement on wampum belts and perhaps give indications of where they could go further to look and learn more.
I've always felt that these teachings really are not just relevant to the past, but they're relevant to the present and the future.
Well, I agree. I think it's the words that are in the belts that are the important things that live on. I was interested to hear you had been working with William Commanda and hearing him speak about those belts in his possession.
He has a very strong vision for the Sacred Islands and the Ottawa River, which we're doing our best to carry through.
Right.
I feel that his knowledge and his love for everyone is what we need in the world. But it all starts, I guess, through having something that will pique people's curiosity and say, what do they mean? And then want to find out. Beauty connects you. Mm-hmm. And so it's a great way of connecting to people. So I'm looking forward to seeing them go up.